What's going on, everybody? Man, what a journey, man. You know, whew, life is really kicking up, but you guys got to keep going. We got to keep going. We can't give up. We can't stop. You got to understand that we all have these dreams, and we all have these things that we believe that we can do. Unfortunately, not everybody's going to understand what it is that you have in mind and that what the Creator has you to do. A lot of people are afraid because they only can see as much as what they understand. People are basically like they are under what they know. They are under what they know. They only know what they were told, know what they were seen, and so that's all they care about. Like, none of my family see and approve or support this journey and what I'm doing because they only know and understand one thing. And everybody's playing it safe. No one wants to be honest and tell the truth and be like, I don't know how to see or understand that. They just go off of what they were told to think. And I would never want none of you guys out there to be doing something because somebody else was told to think that way. A lot of people who are great today and change the world, not only did they go against the grain, people laughed and said that they were crazy. That that'll never happen. They don't have the ability to make it happen. They're not smart enough. They're not strong enough. They're not capable enough. And that's what motivates me. I want to thank all my family and loved ones that don't believe in me. You guys don't believe in me. That gives me more and more energy and more of a push to keep doing what I'm doing because none of you guys do anything for me. If I didn't make the choices that I make every day and do what I'm doing every day, I wouldn't be alive because you could tell somebody a lot of things, but if they don't feel like doing it, they don't have to. Especially now because we're grown. Once you're 18, you're an adult. You won't believe how many times other people within your family see you and they make assumptions. They think that your life is something, I guess, something that they want themselves or they want to believe. And there was something that I saw something where this woman, she said that human beings can visualize and think and feel something to the point that they start believing that it actually happens, and your brain can't differentiate from that. It can't tell from reality of what actually happened and what you thought happened. The reason I came on here is because I was like, man, you really got nobody but yourself in your corner. You're the only person who's going to be your best either supporter or be the best critic, in a sense of you're going to be the worst on yourself. You're going to be down on yourself the most. See, guys, in the United States of America, even though we are where we are and a lot of people don't like where we are as a country, this is the only country where dreams really do come true if you continue to do it. I was watching Don't Call Me White Girl on this podcast, and she said, you're really basically faking it till you make it. So if you believe something and that's what you truly believe and you doing what you're supposed to do to go for that thing to flourish, you going in that direction. You go and you learn, you do the networking, you do the sit downs, you take the classes, whatever it is that you do, you are doing, because this is something you really, really, really are passionate about. Now, I'm not talking about going off the ledge where some people be like, they'll get up and be like, oh, I'm about to be an actress, an actor, jump in the car, go to California and think it's just going to happen. First of all, hopefully you got enough money saved up. That's one. You got to think about that. You got to think about not becoming an actor. What are the options? What are you doing in the meantime? Are you going to school? Are you working and doing something while you figure out this dream that you have? Like, all those things come into real, question. And a lot of these people that are successful today, they come from wealthier families that you would see, like the the ones that are, the few percentage that kind of have majority of the money, the really, really wealthy. And and these are the things that people don't take into consideration. People have their own dreams and their own outlook and what they want people to see or feel because of whatever they're insecure about. One of the things I learned about myself is man, you got to be your own best supporter. The thing is, it's going to be tough because you're doing something that's never been done or your family's never seen. And they want to stay in people like to be, first of all, the older you get, the less risk you're going to take. That's just a fact. The older you get, the less risk you're going to take. The youth have found a way to use these technologies, whether it be streaming or YouTubing, and they are making a very good livelihood. Very good. People are getting paid $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 a month to just play video games. People are getting paid millions and millions and millions of dollars a month just to sit in front of a computer screen and stream. And basically the older people, I want to say the dinosaurs. Someone said I'm a fossil because I don't have a presence on social media as I should. But those people, they don't see the future. And these are the people that kill a lot of these young men and women's dreams in the U.S. And a lot of it, y'all, comes from immigrants. Immigrants are notorious for killing their children's and their loved ones' dreams in regards to the being and doing what they really truly love. They don't see anything else. The one thing immigrants always talk about is education. And I've come across a lot of Asian immigrants and African immigrants and Indian and so on and so forth, and they want to be human. And because of their upbringing and their culture, they're forced to be something that they never truly, really deeply wanted to be. Now, from the outside, this person's a doctor. This person has medical accolades. You got the practitioners. You got all different kinds of levels and opportunities and labels and stuff in that, and that satisfies the family. And even then, they'll be like, "Oh, you're a doctor, but you're not a heart surgeon. You're not a brain surgeon. You're not a any kind of other doctor, whatever," because that's just what they feel like is they immigrants will belittle you and tear you down. So don't expect yourself to even remotely feel good, because they're just gonna shit on you. Sorry, but that's just how it is. The older people, they don't care. They don't care. So if you were raised by any kind of like people from a different country, or your family religious people, they're known for these things too. They don't and I get it. I get these things as far as different countries, if you were raised in that country. But when you come to the United States of America, you should have a more of a you need to get rid of that mentality. A lot of these immigrants then also will come to this country and act as if the people in this country of the United States of America are just lazy. They're complaining because you guys take the conditions of where you're from in that shithole. Yes, it is. That's Trump. Or you guys blaming Trump for saying that. But yes, your country is a shithole, because why in the world are you in the United States of America if your life was so good? If your life was so good, why are you in the U.S.? Leave. That goes for anybody who feels like this country ain't doing shit for them. Get out. Just get out. Please. Because you're hurting and you're causing the wrong energy. You go to work and people can't stand being around you because you're a clown. You talk too much. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You don't know what people are. Oh, man. If you knew, a lot of you guys that got these positions, is not because they want you there. It's because they just have to meet some quota. But you're too ignorant to realize that. So keep believing whatever the heck you want to believe to make yourself feel better. I know that this system in the U.S. could care less about a person that looks like me. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to let that cause me from not doing everything I can to be as close to what I want to be. Like, they're going to tear me down, talk about me, lie about me, and that's just part of the game. But in the meantime, what am I doing to better my situation? So now, while I'm going and getting myself together and cleansing myself and finding out things that I've gone through and the trauma and experiences and the wrong thinking I'm going through, I've removed and eliminated a lot of people out of my life because they're not helping me become the best me. They don't even love themselves. So how can they help me? How can they help me? So that's why I came on here and I was like, if I'm going through this, I could only imagine how many people are doubting themselves because of their family and loved ones' inability, their lack thereof of really seeing their potential. In America, I mean, these mothers, black fathers, despite what you say, they will love their children to the point that the child could be the best, the best BMXer, the biker, and the parent not only will cheer the child on, but tell him, man, you could do better than that. Like Simone Biles. They say she did a move that was like too dangerous, so they gave her points off. And you got John Morant, despite everything he's going through, his father will tell, like, won't even. LeVar Ball. Oh, man. What a man. Could you imagine how if we had parents like a LeVar Ball in our corner, the kind of who we could have become? LeVar Ball, even when LeAngelo, he still wouldn't say anything wrong about his child. Never. Master P loves his children. I mean, he's walking around and promoting his children to be educated, but also to have the joy, to feel love, and even Master P and his children were going through it. And the great thing about these things is that Master P knows he's the first one doing what he's doing. He talks about being in a car with his son Romeo with a chopper in the hood, and he's like, man, I gotta change my life. And these things, immigrants, you would think that they were just born at 50 years old. Like, you ever met like black immigrants? Whew. Oh boy. And so I say this, man, because I don't want people out there, especially you, the young folks out there, to have these dreams and these visions of change and bettering, and for you to stop because no one believed in you. God believes in you and you believe in you. It's not going to come to you on the time that you want it, but it's going to be the right time. But you have to be doing stuff too. Like, I'm talking about utilizing some kind of YouTube or streaming or any kind of online presence to help me make a living, but also be an outlet to help those who want to make change but don't necessarily know where to start. And I feel like anybody could pick up a camera if they got their phone. You got your phone and you could just vlog away. You can just play video games. Get on that Twitch, get on some platform, get on YouTube and play your favorite video game and find out what people do to make revenue, to pay their bills doing this. And you don't have to do that for the rest of your life. It's just a opportunity to help you as you live your life. It's It's yeah. If I like that saying. 50 had this thing called "Get Rich or Die Trying." I would say get successful, be successful, or die trying. Love yourself and be the best you or die trying. Don't, if you want to be a rapper, everybody want to be a rapper, but like I use that as a way of saying like the likelihood of someone becoming successful in that is probably slim to none. But then you got people who are making enough money and they just playing local. Like they get $500 a show. They just local and they okay with that. And then there's some people who want to be the best rapper alive and, you know, be better than the Drakes and all them. And that's them. No matter what in this country, you will be able to get to where you need to get on whatever it is that you want to do. And it's legal. It's not going to be easy, but you're going to love it and you're going to be thankful. So many stories of people opening restaurants, so many stories of people opening their own little like clothing brand or just a clothing store, just anything that normally if you were living in a third world country wasn't going to be possible. But because you come to the U.S. where all you have to do is ask. I mean, even beggars make more money. Like this guy did a social experiment. He's at somewhere and he's asking for change, and he made like $300-400 within a few hours just standing there with a sign. So if it's all about money, you really don't have to do anything because you could go outside, panhandle. Like people panhandle. People are professional panhandlers, man. And that's just how this country is. But the thing is, you don't want to be a person that's just not being the best them, because then you take away from what you were put here to do. And I had to hop on here because I've gotten to a place in my life where I've seen things and I feel different and I'm appreciative and I see myself getting better and I'm seeing things differently and I'm healthier. And I'm talking to family and loved ones, and it's like a lot of them are afraid and a lot of them are not true with themselves. They're not honest. They're not real with themselves. And people are, man, God bless y'all. But yeah, to the rest of you guys that know that you will make it, you'll persevere. Now don't sit around and just be saying stuff and not doing anything about it. Be proactive. Do what you can do. Be healthy. Take care of your body for real. What you eat. And research. Invest in yourself. That's a big thing. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Believe and know that what you're doing is not far-fetched. And continue to grow and see what it is that you can do. You might be doing something right now, and then you might want to do something later. And it's all okay. You don't have to be a doctor or be a lawyer for the rest of you, or architect or an engineer or all these titles that people feel like, oh yeah, this is all I could do. Like when I was growing up, yeah, that was one of those things. But then all of a sudden you had something called blogging, when people would just write about, instead of you having to work on it in a newspaper, you were able to have your own platform, your own newspaper where you could just talk about what's going on, what you felt important. And then you would have an audience of people who would come to your page, read what you had to do, comment, and that was it. But back then, that didn't exist. Now you got vlogging. Now you got so much internet. You tell your parents or somebody that was born in the time where dinosaurs roamed that you're going to be a content creator. They look at you like you don't know what you're talking about, and they're going to destroy that because they are afraid of the unknown. They never heard of that before, so they just telling you like, yo, just get a 9 to 5 and just suck it up and be miserable for the rest of your life. Wow. Why would I want to be miserable for the rest of my life? Why do I want to be miserable for the rest of my life? No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to get my joy, and I'm going to love what I do, or I'm going to die trying, for sure. So yeah, man, I just ask that everybody don't give up on yourself. Forget the dream part. Like, don't give up on your dream. That's one. But I'm saying don't give up on yourself. Whatever it is that you're doing and you like it and it's easy and you good with that, do it, man. And pursue it. And do it at your own pace. Alright? Like, don't let nobody in your family, don't let nobody that's around you make you feel like you are not great and you can't achieve what it is that you know you have the ability to achieve. If you good at cooking and you make some of the best lasagna, you make some of the best chicken parm, you make some of the best spaghetti and meatballs, you hone that skill, okay? Because there's people out there that want a bowl of spaghetti and meatball and a little drink for whatever, and they will pay you. And maybe one day you grow up, you'll get to a point you could get a food truck, or you could just have your service out of your own. Like, don't you ever allow these blind people, these dinosaurs, to take away from your potential, because they are scared and they don't want to get any help. So they put that on you. Like, they'll call you crazy, or they call you, you know, any kind of name in the book, not because that's what you are, but people said that about them, so now they want to deflect that on you. Don't let nobody do that. As soon as you feel like somebody's on something, like they trying to blame you, and you can see that they're insecure and they're trying to tear you down and make you feel like what you're doing is a waste of time, and you an adult, you're grown with your own family, eliminate them. I eliminate people. I eliminated a cousin right now. I told him, you gone. I'm eliminating my mom, my dad, my family, anybody. If you have a problem and you are not here to support like a LeVar Ball because of your insecurities and the issues you have, I'm cutting you out of my life. I don't need none of y'all. I need people who believe in the impossible is possible. You guys are a lot of false prophets out there, and you bringing a lot of people to hell with you. You know who I'm talking about. Y'all a bunch of hell raisers. And to the real people out there, don't talk to hell raisers. Don't talk to these peons, these small-brained and small-minded people. Suckers, wanksters. Love yourself. Do you, and lift and bring the people that you know that deserve this with you. Because we're going to smash this. And we're going to be able to look at the world and tell them to kiss your behind. Shout out to Donald Trump for getting everybody on their toes and stop and all these crybabies. I wish they'd send some of my family back too, because they some horrible people. I'll leave this country with them to give y'all this country back, because some of the people from my family in this country, they deserve to get deported, bro, because they are holding America back, man. I promise you. I promise. I'll be like, I'm a snitch on my family. Real rap. If Trump was like, look, you got to get deported, but I'm pointing everybody that I knew with the negative, with the crybaby, with the, Trump racist, all that stuff. All right. I'm snitching on all y'all. I'm snitching on all y'all, And we going to the shithole that y'all come from, and we gonna give America back to people who believe in the dream, in faking it till you make it. Not that dictator, tyrant, communist mentality. You over here in America trying to turn this thing into something that it. Why are you here then? Leave. I wish Trump would come like, yo, you gotta go. You gotta take your family. I'm like, gladly, I'll tell you where they all live. Get them out of here. Because they are holding this country back because they upset and they won't get with the program. Shout out to the real ones. Shout out to those that ain't gonna give up. Shout out to those that's willing to die for what they believe in because they know it's a better way and they gonna make a better way.